Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalam ala ashraf al-anbiya wal mursaleen, amma ba'd. We continue with al-hadith al-rabi wa thamanun ba'd al-miya, hukm al-sawmi man asbaha junuban. The ruling of fasting for the one who asbaha, who woke up, from the root sad ba ha, like as-subh, fajr, or the morning time. Man asbaha, or we say sabah al-khair, sabah al-nur. Man asbaha junuban, whoever woke up in a state of sexual defilement, right? Junub. Faddal.
نعم. عن عائشة وأم سلمة رضي الله عنهما أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يدركه الفجر وهو جنب من أهله ثم يغتسل ويصوم. From Aisha and the mother of Salama رضي الله عنهما, indeed the Prophet ﷺ was يدركه الفجر,
Yudrikuhu, from adraka yudriku, to reach. Man adraka al-ruku, adraka al-raka, or man adraka rakatan, adraka salat, like this. Whoever reached one raka, or whoever reached the ruku, right? Kana yudrikuhu al-fajr.
He reached the Fajr.
Our fajr used to reach him. Actually, al-fajr here is the fire. Kana yudrikuhu al-fajru. Fajr used to reach him. Meaning, used to come on. Fajr used to come up on him.
وهو جنب من فجر من أهله, and he was in the state of sexual impurity from with his family. ثم then يغتسل, shower, and then fast.
Then he would bathe and fast, right? وهو جنب من أهله shows that this is not a wet dream, right? Because some might say, distinguish between the fact that if you had sex with your family and then Fajr met you while you still haven't taken a shower, then you can't fast that day. As some people think, right? Because you weren't in a state of purity when Fajr entered. Well, someone might say, but what if he had a wet dream? It's beyond his capability, and he wakes up at the adhan. He wasn't able to take it. Well, here, they say, well, a wet dream or something, maybe, no problem. But this is something he chose to do. He was with his family. He should have taken a bath ahead of time. Here, so وَهُوَ جُنُبٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِهِ shows that even if this is from sexual intercourse and not from a wet dream, right? ثُمَّ يَغْتَسِلُ وَيَصُومُ. Then he would bathe and fast. مِنْ فَوَائِدِ وَأَحْكَامِ الْحَدِيث, from the virtues, benefits, and rulings of the hadith. أولاً,
صحة صوم الجنب وإن لم يغتسل إلا بعد طلوع الفجر.
صحيح.
Correct.
صحة, the correctness.
The correctness of the fast from sexual impurity.
Of junub. Junub means a person in sexual, right? Som of junub, the fast of the person who's in sexual defilement.
No, okay. And if he does not,
he did not. Lam is the tassel is a present tense verb, but lam puts it in the past, right?
And he
didn't bathe.
And he didn't bathe except after Fajr.
After the entrance of Fajr, rising.
What is that entrance, sir?
Yeah, pretty much here. They said tala is to rise, the rise of dawn, or Fajr, like this, right? So sihhatu Sawm al-junub, the correctness of the fasting of the person in sexual defilement, wa in lam yaghtasil, even if he didn't bathe, illa, except ba'da tulu al-fajr, after the entrance of Fajr. ثانيا أنه
لا تجب المبادرة بالغسل من الجنابة لكن يستحب له الوضوء.
أنه لا تجب المبادرة المبادرة آسف المبادرة بالغسل من الجنابة
So,
لا تجب what's that
لا تجب. Not, indeed, it is not, it's not
وجوب
وجوب,
واجب
not binding.
not a binding not obligatory yep
مبادرة, I'm not sure.
to rush مبادرة is to rush right
To rush. Okay, it's not binding to rush. To rush the shower or the bath
no
from being in the state of impurity.
no
لكن يستحب له.
يستحب
However, it is
Yes.
mustahab. We covered this before.
yes
It is desired, or it is better to do wudu.
no it's recommended to do wudu
To do wudu.
so does a person have to take a bath after having sexual intercourse before he goes to sleep? Can he sleep basically while being in a state of sexual defilement?
Yes.
Right? Yes, but he should make wudu.
Wudu is enough.
Wudu is enough to go to sleep. It's better, especially if you want to return to your family and do it again, to take a bath. It refreshes you, it does all of this. But can a person sleep while in a state of janaba? Right? It's recommended for him to do wudu. This lightens the state of janaba, right? So that he's not sleeping, right, in a total state of impurity, right? He still has to take a bath the next day before he prays or anything, before he reads Quran, reads it from the book, right?
Yeah.
But he can go to sleep in a state of sexual defilement.
So the side question: in that state, is it okay to recite Quran and like you're gonna do the adhkar like wudu, right?
Yeah, you could do adhkar. You could always. The Prophet ﷺ remembered a lot in every condition. This is the hadith of Aisha. They differ over reciting Quran or not, right? They differ over reciting Quran. Fawzan and Bin Baz and them, I believe they say don't recite Quran. Like the Hanbalis, that's the main opinion. Don't recite Quran. Others say you can recite Quran, right? But they say for him, most of the Hanbalis, they say don't recite Quran.
You know, like before going to sleep, the adhkar,
Adhkar.
Yeah,
no problem. No. Well, Ayatul Kursi is from the Quran, so it would be this. Right. The last two ayat from Surah Al-Baqarah and stuff like this. Well, you should take the bath. But if not, if you fall asleep, if you're tired, then, even if you don't take wudu, you can go to sleep, But if you at least should take wudu, يخفف الجنابة. ثالثا
نعم الرجوع في
العلم
الرجوع في العلم إلى من هو أقرب
إلى من
أقرب إحاطة به
إحاطة به. نعم الرجوع رجع يرجع no to return
to return in knowledge
no
to وأقرب who's closest in
إحاطة. You said Ayatul Kursi ولا no to encompass it, right? The one who is أقرب إحاطة به. Where do we get that in the hadith? Anas, no, Salama, right? They're answering this. You can also get it from the hadith before that, where Anas was asking Zayd, right? Kam kana bain al-adhan wa sahur. How much is between this? So he knew better because Zayd was with them. Zayd was with the Prophet ﷺ. To Saharana, Zayd made sahur with the Prophet ﷺ. So Anas returned to those who were more knowledgeable, right? They had more encompassing knowledge here, right? They went to Aisha and they went to Salama and they asked them, right? What happened, right? Aisha and Salama weren't just around offering up this information. You know what I mean? They weren't just going out telling this is what happened. They were asked what happened. And they say, Kana yudrikuhu al-fajr. They used to tell him that Fajr used to come upon him and he was in a state of sexual defilement from being with his family. right? ثم يغتسل ويصوم. Because we know having sexual intercourse on the day of time of Ramadan violates the fast. So what about waking up? Somebody might say, but I was in that state during the daytime. Fajr came in, it's now fasting time. And I was in the state of sexual defilement, but it's not the state of sexual defilement, it's the act of sexual intercourse that breaks it. You understand? طيب رابعا
جواز التصريح بما يستحيا منه
يستحيا
منه للمصلحة
مصلحة. نعم.
جواز التصريح the permissibility of التصريح
صرح يصرح to be clear, right? Like Imam al-Tabari has a book Sarih Sunnah, right? Jawaz al-Tasrih, to be clear, to be open, to be forward, right? To be forward about something. Bima yastahya minhu, or something that you're shy about. Who wants to talk about sexual defilement? You know, when we start talking about fiqh, we talk about the head of the penis touches the clitoris of the woman. All these things are something people shy to mention. We don't go around talking about these things, right? But little maslaha, for a benefit, right? هذا والله تعالى أعلم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.